Pay and display machines are reportedly set to be abolished in the UK. Instead, drivers are going to be relying exclusively on parking apps, and there are worries that it could leave elderly or vulnerable people who don't have smartphones or struggle to use them digitally excluded from parking their cars. But, you know, a lot of people think that's just modern life, isn't it? That if you are not, you know, digital savvy, then you're in danger of being left out.
Yeah, but I think people are, and I am an admitted technophobe, but I also hate the fact
you're
that
never off blooming Twitter. I'll give you that much.
I say that about I can work Twitter. I say that about myself, but also I always say that I'm terrified of maths because I used to get sort of. I feel I was bullied by this teacher years ago, and it's given me a fear of maths.
But so is that your excuse?
I try for that not... yeah, it is. I try for that not to happen, because when I sit down and actually really try... Sorry, I've still got this on from that hilarious joke earlier, but I tried to sit down and work it. I actually can, but I think... I went to a... car park the other day, and there was a lady who I thought was really old. She was probably just my age, but I always think everybody's older. And she was quite tearful because she couldn't work out how to park a car. And it was because she didn't have the app. And even those ones where you have to put your, you have to put your registration in and do this, they're complicated. And I just think there needs to be an alternative for people who aren't tech savvy. And I think it's a shame, because I remember years ago when decimalisation came out and it was the same thing, some older people were terrified of making the change and you know, as a result, never went out and stuff. So I think it's a very hard world to live in and to navigate if you're not tech savvy.
You're completely right. Years ago, the government said that they appointed a digital czar or one of... But what they should have done was appoint a digital teacher for everybody in the country over a certain age who hadn't grown up with a smartphone and it wasn't their first, way of communicating. And I kind of feel that I'm that generation that when the internet came along, I made a programme saying it will never catch on, and I was really anti it, and then I had to edit...
Oh, really? Did you?
Yeah, I did a programme for Channel 4, an hour-long diatribe of hating the internet. Then I got a job editing a national newspaper, and I had to do everything on computers, and I had to learn it overnight. And so I feel like this about apps. They're not that hard if someone, the right person teaches you. And I've learned, as I've gone along, I can now use the parking apps, but the most important thing is they don't work if there's no phone signal. So they only work if your phone's got a battery charged up.
Yeah.
And
but
you've got a signal.
the thing is, life is not about parking apps only. I mean...
No, there's some really good apps, Gloria.
Well, yeah, but here's the point. Life has changed dramatically. You know, way back, as you were talking, we didn't even have a phone in the house. So you had to go with your change up to a telephone box on the corner. Yeah. And so nowadays, I mean, my grandchildren in particular, they're lashed to their phone and their computers. They're never away from them. And I am amazed at... Denise, you do actually post quite a lot, but I'm amazed...
No, I can work Instagram.
But there are some people who are on it day in, day out, day in, day out. Yeah. I just don't have the time to do that. And I think you have to... No, hang on. I think you have to want to do it.
But I think that's the thing, Gloria. You're exercising choice over social media.
I am.
You don't want to do it
until
you...
I'm not even talking about social media.
But this is about exclusion. I mean, there are so many forms that you can only fill in digitally, or, the parking is a good example.
I've got a friend whose grandmother is 88 years old, and her grandmother goes to the gym. And she loves to go to the gym. She goes to her aqua aerobics and she loves it. But now she has been told by the gym that she can't ring up and make an appointment and she can't work out how to do it online. And they've basically said tough.
So
she's now not going to the gym. Surely it's not too much to ask for someone to make a concession and let people ring up.
Well, yeah, but that's where Janet's point comes in, that we've got to educate people.
My point and getting older is that some apps are very, very useful if you're lonely or living alone, and once you master them, step apps, all sorts of apps to connect with other people can make your life much better.
The other thing is supermarkets. Let there always be a person on the till, because you can't work that thing sometimes, and sometimes you've got to call people over, and then sometimes they ask for your receipt.
But I just want to say,
if I'm doing your job, don't ask me for the receipt.
I'm older than you, and I've actually mastered the self-checkout.
And I want to
and I
say
think
that in
that's-
the libraries there are people of 80 and 90 years of age who will teach you.
Exactly.
For nothing.
Exactly.
Also, the one
That's
good
all
thing about them is
Enough.
that the computer doesn't say, what have you been doing today, when you get to your 10th item, like they do in some places. But anyway, never mind. Rant over.
Yeah, Denise doesn't like automatic checkouts at supermarkets, just in case you had.
I love them. You don't have to talk to anyone.